Here I am a crystal whisperer and a light code activator, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the current energy happening this week. It is May the 3rd to the 9th of 2021, and just talking to you a little bit about self-care and some of the things that you can do to make sure that you are taking care of yourself as a spiritual journeyer and a light worker and a starseed. I've just posted a current video on the energies that be that was channeled through the wonderful Archangel Michael. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about what he was saying and how we can take that to heart and actually work with that in the energy that's happening. So if you're not familiar with it, you might want to check out some of the different energy concepts around what's going on with the sun, as well as the energy of the earth herself. And there is a lot of solar radiation this year. If you weren't familiar, the sun actually has an 11-year period, and every 11 years or so, it gets very active. There's a lot of sunspots, and that means that the energy is up and flowing, and there's a lot of what are called CMEs, which are energetic waves of different types of rays and pulses of light that are coming out of the sun and headed towards Earth. And then, of course, they are interacting with the Earth's ionosphere and her natural protections and energies. And so you get all of these wonderful aurora borealis. Oops, sorry, kicking the phone there. And the aurora borealis, and then, of course, you get things like the Schumann resonance, which is measuring the electromagnetic fields in the earth and how that impacts us. And so, science talk aside, this week has been really crazy. If you haven't felt the energy, well, you probably are going to feel it soon. And this is just part of the crest of the way that things are going to be from now on, especially this year. We're going to have a lot of this energy surging up and then dropping off, and then surging up and then dropping off. And so it's really important in those periods of time where it's very high or very low to really be aware of yourself as an energetic being. And as a starseed, well, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to touch base with those that you identify with, either as star or soul family, or the energies that are around you, your guides and your starseed family who are there to bring you information and to help you sort of navigate your way around through what we're experiencing as the 3D, whether you call it the playground or the matrix or whatever words you want to use, it's all the same thing. So on a day-to-day thing, how does that look, as an embodied human in this timeline when we're having fun and there's all these things that we can do and all these experiences we have? Well, one of the things that Archangel Michael was talking about, and something that I've talked about a lot, is the fact that now that you have had an awakening, now that you have come into the energy of waking up and seeing that there's a lot going on around you that you might not have recognized before, or you might not have known that these were options available. Well, hey, welcome to the party. And oh my God, it can be crazy. Yes, it can be crazy. That's why we got to do the self-care stuff. But as you are getting aware of all of this, it gives you this amazing opportunity to choose how you want to navigate that. So whereas before you might have just kind of gone along with the status quo, you were raised a certain way, or you're in a society that has certain rules or rituals or ways of being that you've never questioned because it never occurred to you that you could. Now you're sort of like, oh, whoa, maybe I don't have to do things this way, or maybe I can do things that way. And this is the fun of being on the planet right now. So yes, there's a lot of chaos going around outside, around us. But if we take that energy of, to pull back from the things that we can find activating as opposed to triggering, things that are making us go, ooh, or being worried, if we can take that fear factor instead of giving out fear and go, wait, I have a choice. I can look inside and say, how do I feel about this? What are the options that I have as a sovereign being? How do I want to choose to move forward? I don't necessarily have to do what all of this stuff is saying. My friends might want to do that. My family might want to do this. The media might say to do that. And I'm not talking about the whole pandemic and all that jazz. I'm talking about on your day-to-day, just getting through your day and, dealing with friends and family. And if you're running a small business, and hands up if you are, because there's a lot of us doing it. And it takes a lot, but if you are aware of yourself and understand that you have choice in every moment, it's pretty refreshing, you know? So one of the things that I really love to suggest to people is when you start to get into that sort of a spiral of seeing something or having information or news that comes forward that makes you a little bit concerned or worried, well, to take a big breath. See how that just chills your energy out right there? Get grounded, do a body scan if you need to, and check in on your energy so that you know what's you and the things that you are okay with and what you feel when you are on your own versus when you're interacting with others, and that can be in person or online. Because don't forget that online is also an energetic exchange. So that's a really good way to start with self-care, is recognizing who you are. I'm so popular all of a sudden. All these messages when I go live. To check in on yourself and know where you're at before you even engage in social media or friends or anything like that, or family. Take a minute in the bathroom and go chill out and, relax. Wherever you can grab a couple minutes and just get centered back in. So in the day-to-day, this is understanding the whole concept of self-care. It's not all about bubble baths and meditating. Well, some people love that. But what is it that makes you happy? What are the things that you can do in your day-to-day that make you feel good and give you comfort and give you that sensation of feeling, yeah, okay, I can get through, I'm doing good, I can do what I need to. And conversely, if you're having a really crap day or you're feeling depressed or you're dealing with mental health issues, to understand that there is support out there for you, that there are people and resources around you at all times. You just need to check in and let them know. Or to have someone that you can check in with at the same time. Even, sometimes if it's a really difficult situation, you're having a hard day or a mental health day, you might not want to talk to anyone. And that's okay. So it's good to know if you have somebody that's a support system. Always helpful. Now, if you're a starseed, it's a really interesting thing to start to connect with people that are identifying as starseeds and then identifying more specifically into the different galactic families, if you feel resonance with that. Some people don't. Some people are just like, oh yeah, I totally relate to the whole galactic thing and I feel connected and I understand that there's so many more options of sentience around us. That's not just in our day-to-day, living on the earth, but there are all these different layers of perception and reality. And within that, so can we be. And so that's where the wonders of astral traveling, which I have yet to be able to do, or, your daily meditation or quiet time. That's how you can really interact with that. So another great way to really check in on yourself and the energies that are around you and make sure that you are taking care of yourself first before you start venturing out to help others. Because I know you are a nurturer and you are someone who wants to be out there helping people or the earth or the planet. I'm looking out my window at the beautiful view and let's show you the beautiful view out there. And being able to just connect in and finding out what works for you the best. And I just wanted to say hi and let you know there's a face behind all the pictures. If you have any questions about Starseed channeling or the crystal shop or the Starberry quartz, which is my specialty and one of my absolute loves because I love getting the energy of these crystals out. And I'm so proud to be an ethical crystal reseller, meaning that I am always checking in with who I'm purchasing from. Often there are people that are mining directly, and some of the crystals that I've been able to carry are amazing because they are mined by hand, which means no dynamiting, no chemicals, no displacing animals or the people of the land, and not taking advantage of people. And it's a huge difference in the vibration of the crystals. So I'm very honored to be able to have them in my presence and then let them speak to me about where they need to be going out. So yeah, if you have any questions about that, let me know. Okay, you guys, I will catch you next time. I'm Tanya, the Crystal Whisperer and Light Code Activator, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.